Yeah, buddy, we are back again. It is May
Mhm, mhm.
31st. And now that I say that out loud, I can't fucking believe it's almost June already. It fucking flying by.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, we're here again. This is Destin. I'm here with Chris. Yeah, we got some cool topics on the plate today. The big one that I think everyone is still kind of riding that hype is Combo Breaker, obviously.
Mhm.
Especially the Tekken exhibition. Strive was great. I even caught up on some Killer Instinct too.
What?
I don't even know how to play that game, but I watched that entire thing.
Did you really?
It's such a dope ass game to watch. I'm not gonna lie. It's such a shame that like that game. I don't want to say it died, but they just made it Xbox exclusive, and it kind of screwed them on that. But we can talk about that. There's a new PT Silent Hills kind of crossover game. Punk's not going to Combo Breaker apparently. This is news to me. Chris told me about this. And see, now I'm kind of nervous to watch it because we watched that one of the first episodes, if not the first, where Punk was like super humble about that one tournament, and now I feel like I'm gonna see him crying about something.
No, you are.
Yeah, and then there's some Nintendo news. We got a PS5 Pro rumor that seems relatively reliable, but there's some specs for that, and yeah, got a lot of stuff to talk about. Uh, how are you doing, Chris? You good?
Yeah, I'm good, man. Just like you said, riding that high for this past weekend.
Yeah, and it is 5:35. We started a little late because the one thing that's guaranteed about technology is something will break, even if you don't touch shit. Something will stop working. But we figured it out. We're good. A lot of people. I'm gonna leave the last week's episode. Um, Chris's audio wasn't being recorded, which I didn't know until I went to upload the video, and that is 100% my fault. I should have done a test recording to see
Yeah, shit
that,
happens.
and we talked a lot of important stuff. So I'm going to leave the Twitch part of it up. I'm not going to upload on YouTube, but since I'm not uploading it on YouTube and it wasn't recorded on the computer, I'm going to leave it up just so it stays there.
Yeah.
Just to have kind of a historical, you know, fact that it existed. So, but
Right.
yeah,
That's all.
yeah, this is I think episode 6, so still working out the kinks, but everything will be good. But yeah, you want to talk some combo breaker?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, this combo breaker, let's be real, all the tournaments were hype, but the exhibition. Oh, lost Chris for a second. Give it a second. I'll reconnect. You back?
Yo.
Yo. All right, just a little DC, no problem. Your video's frozen, but that should click on again pretty soon. Do you hear me? Can you not hear me again? Uh oh. Something about today, my dudes. I don't know.
Oh man.
Can you hear me?
Am I back?
All right, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
All right. Yeah, we're back. Uh,
Oh my goodness.
well, yeah, I gotta change. Oh wait, you know what? This is an easy fix. Uh,
Excuse me.
all right, we good. All right, so we're talking about combo breaker and the fact that you couldn't have asked for a better setup to a hype tournament than that
Oh
Tekken
man.
exhibition. Like
Oh
that
man.
was so hype. And we had Tasty Steve and Spags, and they were going at each other and like busting each other's balls, and it was just everything about it was just so hype. And I was telling Chris before we started the show, like it like I had one too many that night because I was just getting so hyped, and before I knew it, I was like ripping through seltzers, and I have been paying for it ever since, like the entire
Mm-mm-mm.
Memorial Day weekend. And then yesterday I was like I gotta do the thing I always tell people never do, and that's hair of the dog. And I had a couple, so like I woke up this morning and I was like, yo, fucking combo breaker killed me. Like I wasn't even
Yeah.
at the show and I wasn't even playing, and this shit got me fucked up. I was like,
Mm.
yeah, but a couple great things about the tournament. What? So where'd you watch the exhibition?
I watched. I was at home, so I watched the exhibition, and I went out to eat with a friend, and we watched a little bit of MK at Buffalo Wild Wings. So
Wait, what?
I was just
They were
I said
they were playing at a Buffalo Wild Wings?
no, no, no. So that would have been dope.
You
I'm
watched it
working on
at like while you were eating at Buffalo Wild
yeah,
Wings.
yeah. I
All right,
watched it while I was eating at Buffalo Wild. Yeah.
yo, you just gave me the most serious case of FOMO for a second. I was like, yo,
Listen,
yo,
I will say this, yo. Listen, I plug the Buffalo Wild Wings. I guess I have gone in there and they have had like League of Legends and Dota on screen though,
oh,
so
dude,
it's not like yeah.
wasn't that Wings on Deck at one point too? Didn't they do that at Buffalo Wild Wings?
I think what's the name ran it there, but I just went on a random day with the Buffalo Wild Wings and like the restaurant was playing like they were watching League of Legends. I was like, oh wow, this is dope. I've never seen that. Like they had football on, they had basketball on, they had soccer on, and they also had a League of Legends on. I said, oh wow, that's dope. So
That's super dope.
I should have told them that Combo Breaker was happening, and maybe they would have. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, put it on a screen. I mean, they obviously
Yeah.
have a screen that connects to the
Hmm.
internet that they could see Twitch streams. So
That actually would
yeah,
be
that'd be
dope. I
hella
gotta
dope.
figure that out. Yeah, I'm gonna see if I could figure something out with them, man.
I mean,
Oh, Dustin, I just thought about it, and we doing on the stream. Yo, you know how the movie theaters you can rent out a screen and
yeah,
play on
yeah,
the games?
yeah.
Why not I rent out a screen and we watch one of the majors one of these days?
Oh, absolutely. That'd be
That'd be
dope.
crazy.
I mean, it's not that expensive, especially since movie theaters having a hard time. Because we actually did talk about this like a month ago when we started the thing.
Yeah,
We were talking about how I was like, yo, it's cheap to rent out a damn theater. Like it's mad cheap. Like
yeah. I think it's like a buck 50 or something like that.
yeah, it
That's
really.
not crazy.
I remember thinking, yo, you get 8 people, it's paid for.
Yeah, that's a fact.
So yeah, absolutely. And you get like fucking 16 people, they'll throw like $5-10, and it's paid for. And then you just buy the concessions. But that would be so dope. Let's get it.
That'd
Yo,
be sick
do it for
actually.
Evo. Let's try
Yo,
and get it
I
going for
listen.
Evo.
Listen, I'm gonna try to set that up, man, because that'd be dope.
Yeah. The thing is, what games and what thing are we gonna watch? Because
That's a good point.
yeah, because
That's a
you're
good
gonna
point.
want a lot of people that want Smash stuff, and then you're
Yeah,
gonna
and
you're gonna
what?
have the other side. It's gonna be like a fucking like unless you decide ahead of time, it's gonna be a fucking war at the theater with what to watch. Like
Now wait. Now with Evo, don't they do like multi-stream though? So like I can't remember what it was, but I know like certain tournaments, like when you click on them, they're streaming with other channels, and
yeah,
so
yeah,
like
yeah, yep,
yes. So if that's the case, then we might be able to do that too. You know,
yeah. If
the
I
only
mean
thing
if
is you can
someone's
only hear audio
streaming,
for one at once.
yeah, yeah, that is the issue. I mean, fuck,
Mm.
if if I have to just chill and watch it here and do it to our stream, and then you guys can watch it in the theater, and then I'll just switch back and forth to an
Hell nah,
exciting
you got to,
shenanigans.
bro. You got to come in, man.
No, 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 no. If
You can't be
well,
there.
ideally yes, but if that was the only way and people were enjoying it, I have no problem with that. That'd be dope. But I mean,
Okay,
we'll figure it out. I think that's a great idea.
we got time. We
Yep,
definitely got time.
yep.
Excuse me.
So the one thing I wanted to say about the exhibition, then we can talk about a little bit the other combo breaker stuff. Excuse me, is that the turning point for America, I think, was when it was 2-1 and Cuddle was
Hmm.
playing. I don't even remember his name at this point, but he was playing on a keyboard and he just fucking started teabagging. Like he won a couple rounds and he started teabagging her, and fucking like Cuddlecore leveled up, and it completely and ended up beating him. And she did this like adorable little dance as a pop off, and he just wanted to give her a hug. Like it was awesome, and it was that was the moment that I was like, this is gonna be dope because he not only teabagged, she came back and beat his ass, and it was
Yo,
just so fucking exciting.
Cuddle was sick, bro.
Yeah, no, she did amazing, and she earned that new CLG
Yeah.
sponsorship. Like
Listen,
she's the
man.
real
She's
deal.
she's cooking. She's
Yeah,
cooking.
yeah, yeah. And she made top eight, just barely, but she made top eight. She got
Right.
eliminated pretty early in losers, but um,
Right.
as I've had on the screen this whole time, this is the Tekken 7 bracket standings, and
And that's top eight out of 550 plus 555 plus entrants, man. So
yep,
like
yep,
it ain't like she made top eight and it was only 80 people there and all the hitters weren't there and stuff like that. Like she was up there with the big dogs, man. She is a big dog now. Let me stop acting like she's not. Cuddle's a
absolutely.
big dog now. You know what
And
I'm saying?
it's
So I'm not even gonna hit on that.
fucking awesome for the sport. She's humble.
Hell yeah, it's awesome for the
She's
sport.
dope. She's a female. Like everything about it is just if you root against Cuddlecore at this point, you're a terrible fucking person. Like she has done nothing wrong but work her ass off for these
All right.
sponsorships.
The
Um,
only people I know that root against Cuddle Core is probably an ex. You know what I'm saying? Like that would be the only way I can see that.
yeah, yeah,
And
yeah,
she's so cool. I don't know if exes can root against her, man. So
yeah. Or maybe all of EU at this point because she fucked them up.
she went
they,
in, man. But listen, that teabag, you never know. We've seen it. We've seen people get teabagged in Halo, and all of a sudden they killing everybody because
yep,
teabagging them got them pissed.
yep.
So
And then she
yeah,
she lost
that
to
was
Seffi
crazy.
Black, which he went to the semifinals of
Right,
the
right.
losers bracket, and then Jen and Anakin, and then Jen beat Anakin, which actually surprised me. Not that Jen's not an
Word.
amazing player, but Anakin was talking, and he looked amazing. He was talking
Uh
about
huh.
how he was really training for this tournament. He was like, "This is all I'm focused on is this tournament for the last like months and
Oh,
months."
Combo Baker's the big dog.
Yeah, yeah,
Combo
yeah,
Baker's a big dog. Look,
yeah.
I
Which,
hear people tell me all the time, like, if you don't make it to one tournament, it's either going to be you got to get the Combo Breaker, bro. Like the people tell me it's just the experience there is just beyond anything else, man. And the talent in the competition always comes out. Think about it. You said you watched Killer Instinct, like
yeah,
the top players from KI, the people that still keep the community alive. And I already know because I'm in the Facebook group with them. But
yeah,
like they keep the community, the game alive, and like they're there. Like that's the one thing they kept popping up in the group. Yo, who's going to combo breaker? Who we rooming with? Dude, you ain't been to combo breaker before. You gotta make it. You know what I'm saying? So like, yeah, man. Like if it's one tournament, I hear people all the time. You either got to get the combo breaker, CEO, or Evo. You know what I'm saying? There's other
yeah.
tournaments people recommend: CEO, Taku, Frosty, um, Final Round, stuff like that. There's other tournaments that are up there, but like people, I hear consistently outside of punk obviously now, but I hear consistently people say you got to get the combo breaker. That's the one. That's the one to get to.
Spoiler. Spoiler for the DJ. I thought he was gonna say it wasn't gonna go because it was too cool. I just
No, no, no.
and they got a new venue too. I guess the old
Oh,
hotel closed down. They're saying
freaking
that in the
huge,
expedition,
bro.
and it
It was
looks
like
so dope.
75,000 square feet.
Yeah, yeah,
Seventy-five
yeah,
thousand square feet. Yeah.
yeah.
The
Yeah,
stages, it's crazy. D, we got to get there one year, man.
it's
We got
dope.
to get
I
there
mean,
one
it's
year.
not that far away. I mean, getting to O'Hare, like they might as well be paying you to go to O'Hare because I fucking hate that airport. It's the most confusing shit in the world. I used to go there all the time when I'd have to go to
Did
Vegas.
you?
Yeah, and so you do the cheapest flights, but also the quickest flights would go to O'Hare in fucking Chicago, and it was
Okay.
like, oh man, it's such a clusterfuck. And I
Is
don't
it?
know how airlines haven't decided on how to figure out how to kind of coordinate the flights to where like if you're coming from anywhere on the East Coast and then you're going to Chicago and then you're going to Vegas, which you would think would be like a very common thing, like
Right.
a flight out to Vegas. It's like maybe land planes not on the opposite fucking side of the planes going to Vegas. Like so you
Mm.
would see people just like booking it. Like literally, and then you'd see all those same people going to Vegas because like it was just O'Hare is just a huge pain in the ass. I've been to quite a few airports, and that one is like it's not like gross or like run down or anything like that, but it's just laid
Yeah.
out so large and annoyingly that it's like when you know you're landing there, it's like super stressful. But
You feel like, oh
that's me
God,
on my
here we go.
soapbox for a second about airports. Uh, but it's a pain in the ass sometimes. Beautiful
Understood.
airport, laid out terribly. Um, but yeah, that'd be dope to go there, especially with that new venue, because you know you see the live streams of everyone watching the screens, and
Yeah,
they
it's
have it
crazy.
set up like at their sections, and everything's got a big good projector screen, and like
Right.
I don't know, it just looks so dope, and I don't honestly remember what Combo Breaker's last venue looked like. I'm sure I would have thought, yo, that's hella dope. I want to go then too, but people are saying this one is much better. Everyone but Punk, so. Uh, so yeah, but yeah, so I watched. I feel like a tournament named Combo Breaker, you have to watch KI at least a little
You
bit,
should.
even
You
if you
should.
click it. Like
You
it's
should.
called Combo Breaker. Like you have to
Right.
watch a little bit of
Exactly.
KI,
I'm
and
assuming that's where the name came from.
yeah, oh, without a doubt, without a doubt. And it's funny because I clicked it out of like I felt like I clicked it out of necessity. Like it's Combo
Right.
Breaker. I gotta watch a little bit of KI, and then I
Got
ended
to.
up watching like 4 straight hours of it, like while I was doing other shit, and I was like,
Right.
"Yo, man, I wish this game got a little bit more popular because it's so hype. Like the announcers in the game are hype as
Right.
fuck. Like everything about the game just gets you hype.
Combo
Yeah,
breaker.
it's just
Listen, I
fucking awesome.
I enjoy watching it, man. I really do. Like, there's a guy, I think it's Killer Nate, and he goes on. He has combo breaker streams, and I'll just go sit and watch his streams, man. He'll just like get online and play people online and stuff like that for hours, and like it's just really good to see the game still have a community and have live people playing. And combo breaker is actually the biggest tournament that the Killer Instinct community looks forward to because it's the one that still shows them probably the most love out of all the other major tournaments. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
absolutely. And then
Combo Breaker needs a new game. Needs a new game. Okay, they need a new one. I don't know if you're listening. Okay, Microsoft. Combo Breaker needs a new game. It's been
yeah,
what has it been? 18 years.
yeah. Well,
It
I
feels like
know.
it. Feels like it.
And they shot themselves in the foot with that exclusive shit. But
Yeah, yeah,
now you could play it on PC. But back in the day,
yeah.
that's
Right. It
right.
was
That was
only Xbox
Xbox. Yeah, and it was like, and everyone was already on PlayStation for
P4.
fighters.
Yeah,
So it was just
and I
like,
get it.
oh
Like
man.
you wanna do something different, but even now, like I think if they came out on Xbox and it was exclusive, you would see a lot of people give it a shot and
Uh oh, we lost Chris again.
bucks. Oh, come
Oh,
on.
you cut out for a second. Can you hear me?
Can you hear me? Yeah, I hear you.
All right, yeah, we're good now. You just cut out for a second.
Oh, okay. My bad. So especially since you could grab an Xbox Series S now, like if Xbox came out with a Killer Instinct, I think it'd be a good one now. A good opportunity because it has been like God. It came out with the original 2013, I think. So it's been like 9 or
Yeah,
10 years.
yeah.
So
I
like
mean, you
it's
could
been past time.
you could still be Microsoft exclusive. You can just put that shit on PC and Game Pass. I mean,
That's all.
I
Put it
fucking
on your
love Game
PC Game
Pass. Like
Pass.
I use it
Hell
all the
yeah.
time. So
Hell yeah.
yeah, yeah. I mean, you could still technically be exclusive. Just be like, well, I don't understand. Like I can understand making a game for both like PC and console at the same time is a pain in
Right.
the ass, but it's not like Microsoft can't do it. You know they can do it.
It absolutely could do it. They got
So
money and the way the things have been
show
set
the F,
up. Yeah.
show Killer Instinct or FGC a little bit of love. Just pay the extra money to have it developed for both console and then put it on Game Pass. Like that's all you got to
Right.
do.
And
It's
let people
it
rock
seems pretty
out and
simple.
have a new one. And like I said, even with the Xbox now, the Series S is literally $300. Like, so like it's not the best version of the next gen Xbox, but it's still a very serviceable one and very affordable at 300. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and they were more available.
So
They were more available than PS5s for a long time.
way more
So they
available.
actually started to catch up in console sales because even though PlayStation 5 would have absolutely demolished them, like
Yeah,
there
if they
wasn't
had
the
enough of them
availability. So
motherfuckers.
people were like, "Well,
Right.
I want a next gen, so I'm just gonna buy
I
an
think the
Xbox."
scarcity of it was what caused like the um the such the desperate um grasp to get one too. Like people were so like, oh man, I gotta hurry up and grab one. It's limited amount, a limited edition, all that kind of stuff. And when you do that, like it could be a double edged sword because like it's great because when you grab one, it's such a big deal. But like the 178 other people who didn't grab one. They just don't have a system, and they don't want to pay $1,016 to get online and try to
Yeah,
grab one off of eBay or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, fucking yeah. The scalping was just out of fucking control.
Bro, if I pay 1,000, I want it to come with another controller and another game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah. And I
So
bought I had to buy an Xbox One through I don't know if they were scalping. I think it was just someone that when it came out, they knew it was going to be relatively scarce, so they just bought a couple of them. And I think I
right,
paid like $75 over retail. Like, what happened to that
that's
kind of
fine.
scalping? You buy a
That's
couple
fine.
extra, and you just buy, you just have someone that just decides, because it was literally like the night before. I was like, yo, you know what? I kind of want an Xbox One. And there was someone selling
Yeah,
it for like $75 more, and I went and picked it up. But this whole double the price shit, plus
that's
that,
wild.
even more, it's
It's
just
wild.
absolutely insane.
It's wild. And you're not getting nothing extra, man. Like no kind of nothing.
Yeah,
And no
can I get a
warranty
hug or
on it.
something?
You know what I'm saying? Right,
Like,
motherfucker. Let me shut up. Cause
can I cry on your shoulder for a second? Like, because I just fucking paid double for some
it
shit they
should
should
come
have
with
had plenty of.
it should come with a therapy session because you just had you're gonna need
Yeah,
it after you pay
exactly.
that much damn money.
A link to your Tinder profile. I don't know. Just let me holler at you.
Right.
Uh, yeah. PS5. I got it on launch, and I spent like 4 hours, like just like scrounging to try and find it, like to like doing the whole update and like getting it. And I got it, and I was pissed at the 4 hour thing. And then come to
Yeah.
find out months later, people are still trying to get it. I was like, oh, I got fucking mad lucky. Like
Super lucky.
at first I was like, oh, it wasn't as hard to get as they said. Still annoyed I just spent half a day trying to get it. And then like come
hmm
to find out, I was like, oh, I got mad lucky. Then I was able to get it on launch. So
You know how many messages I got for people asking me if I had to hook up somewhere? Like, yo, Chris, man, I know you got the
no.
gamer store, bro. I know you got it. I was like, listen, man, I'm not that special yet. Okay, I don't have a direct line to Sony to get a system. So
Oh
one day,
man, that's funny.
just
Yeah,
not
I
yet.
could see it. Yeah. How many did you buy for the store opening? Motherfucker, I
I
just
right. I I'm trying to get one like you. Listen, I went on the site and I just kept clicking refresh, click refresh. I think I did it for like 2 hours, and I was like, this shit ain't gonna happen. And I just waited because I was like, you know what, scalper's gonna be there, and I was like, it won't be that crazy, right? Because I
yeah,
remember,
yeah,
like
yeah.
you said, now I do remember this. I did get nervous because I was like, I don't know if you remember this, but back in the PlayStation 3 days, the PlayStation 3, and this was like early eBay too. So like PlayStation 3 was selling for like three times. I remember PlayStation 3 was like 699. Right, I think it was 599 or 699, and they were on eBay going for $1,800 and $2,400. I
Oh
kid you
my
not.
god. No, I
It
don't
was
remember
wild,
that.
and people were paying it because it was holiday. It was getting close to holiday. They wanted to have it for Christmas. And the thing, remember, the graphics jump from PlayStation 2 to PlayStation 3 was astronomical. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yep.
So like what it looked like on two and what it looked like on three was two different monsters. And so to have that huge jump from that, people was just like going crazy over it. I think now it's just like it's PlayStation, it's a new console. The whole pomp and circumstance of just like it's something new. We gotta have it. You know what I'm saying? It says it's a new system for my son, for my daughter, and everybody wants to be a part of that. Like, oh, that's a nice little story to tell. Yeah, man, we stood in line for 14 days to get this system, but it's ours, like stuff like that. So I just didn't like I didn't know if I was going to be able to grab one because I remembered how much PlayStation 3 like just went. The asking price for that shit was crazy. So
Yeah.
and then when I saw people selling it, like you said, D for double, I was like, yeah, this ain't this ain't the move right now.
No, and at that point you're like, I'll wait because I'm not giving them the satisfaction. Like
Right,
I
right.
can't do it. It took me. I mean, it was everything. It was the chip shortage, the silicon shortage. It was the
Yeah, yeah,
pandemic.
yeah.
Like everything was just this perfect storm to cause this bullshit. So,
Yeah,
I went through
yeah.
the same thing with a graphics card for like a year, and I finally got one for retail. But it took fucking. I I was bitching about 4 hours on PS5. The graphics card shit, that was a whole nother fucking level. I
That was
couldn't
wild, yo.
believe how fucking
I
they
thought he
could
was
not
lying.
figure out how to like stop these scalping bots. Like it was just insane. Like you just couldn't get anything. Uh, but yeah, and again, I didn't want to give them the satisfaction of buying from a scalper, so I just waited a long time. My
Yeah.
computer was fine. It was me being greedy that I wanted a new graphics card. But I'm a very impatient person, incredibly impatient. But
I know the feeling, man.
graphics cards are going down. I think you can get a can you still not get a PS5? I don't remember.
It's easier. I now get emails from Walmart and from PlayStation directly, like, oh, you have a chance to get a PS5. Just click this link, um, May 31st, and you'll have opportunity. Da, 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 da. But I'm like, right now, I'm like, I don't even. I could just. I've been waiting this long. I may as well wait. I played it, and it's nothing. It's nothing like, oh my god, this is game changing.
Yeah, yeah,
Obviously, when I get a store, I got to reopen it. I got to get that. But right now, I'm more focused on. Actually, as crazy as this sounds, I'm more focused on buying more PlayStation 4s
yeah,
for
yeah,
Upstate Uproar. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So gotta have
Absolutely.
them setups there, man.
Yeah. And honestly,
Part of
until a
part of it.
fighting
Part of a
game,
good event, huh?
I was gonna say until a fighting game is PS5 exclusive.
Right.
Uh,
It's not even. I think Street Fighter Five might not even be. I mean, Star Five. Six might not even be PlayStation Five exclusive if it drops within the next couple months, which probably isn't going to happen. I expect the six announcement at Evo, and then realistically, I expect it to drop 2023. If it drops next year, I probably do expect it to be PS5 exclusive. I do think the community will move, and that'll be the first game that's like, all right, no, we're only running this on the five.
yeah. Well, did you see? That's what I was gonna say too. Is there's a rumor that they're gonna show Street Fighter 6 stuff at the State of Play on Thursday.
Word?
Yeah, there's a rumor. They're
Oh
saying
shit, I
there's
didn't
gonna
see that.
be Street Fighter 6 stuff. State of Play Thursday noon our time. Um,
Uh,
and I'm sure Thursday. You work late. What do you sleeping around then? I know you
oh
work
man, I'd be
nights.
knocked out, but I'll set my alarm.
No, no, no. You know.
To
But I was gonna say I'll probably stream while I watch it live. If you are
right.
up, and you can
Hey,
get
Sean.
on Discord, just hop on with me. But it's only 30 minutes long. I'll probably just hop on and do kind of a small watch party on this channel
Nah, that
to
sounds like
watch
it'd
it.
be a dope idea. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I don't get it because I feel like it needs to be at Evo the next announcement. But just
I
for
don't
the
understand
sake
it either.
of wanting to see it live, I'm gonna do it. Part of me is kind of hoping they don't do it as State of Play because I feel like at Evo is just so much more hype because it
It
is
should
gonna
be
be
an Evo
live.
announcement at this point. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't agree with it, but just in case, I'll be watching it and and we'll have it up there. Um,
I expected Street Fighter Six to be like their dates to be announced at Evo. Or the beta is going to be out. Like it's specific. I wouldn't be surprised. Well, actually, I would be surprised. Let me stop lying. I would be surprised if they dropped a beta sometime around Evo. But like, right? I mean, at this point, like I don't know. We'll see. So, the state of play. If they're rumoring that it's gonna be some news there and possibly some gameplay there, then
yeah,
we're probably going to see it then.
let me see who said it because I do remember it was someone that is was relatively in the know about certain things. Haven't confirmed. Ventures Jeff Grube, a reputable source for these type of insider predictions, suggested much
Right.
this week on Twitter, Following State of Planet, this event is probably where Street Fighter 6 shows up. So, man, I it's so annoying because you want these things like we had this big conversation about E3, and then if they take such a big like if they show gameplay at this and they take it
Right.
away from Evo, it's like, yo,
Right.
can you give these live events something? Like, you ain't gotta
Yeah.
take everything
Yeah.
from these live events.
Listen, I it's to the point where I think E3 in order to compete, like some of these places gonna have to start like making their own streaming services for these games and making their own games or making like their own console or something at this point because if you're going to if you're going to allow PlayStation, I should say allow, but if PlayStation and Microsoft and everybody's going to start and Nintendo's going to start just doing their own thing and like we don't want to do it on your time, um you got it and obviously you want to have big news.
Oh, you cut out.
Hello. Yo.
Yeah, you're back. Go
Oh,
ahead.
okay. If you want to have the news for big titles, then sometimes you just have to do it your own self. So, I also wouldn't be surprised to see like E3 and all them. Like, listen, we have our own streaming service, we have our own this, that, and third. Like, it's got to be something at this point because, like you said, like Nintendo and PlayStation, everybody's like, nah, we're just gonna do it on our time. We're gonna announce it when we feel like it, and we're gonna do it on our channel because we're trying to get the clicks and the views and the, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We want our media to be blowing up as well. So.
Yep. I mean, it might come to the point they might have to pay or entice them to let them announce shit on their E3 streams, uh,
Yeah,
or anything like
yeah,
that, because you got to give them something, even if it'll really depend on if paying people or enticing them with something else for them to announce it exclusively on an E3 stream or an E3 program, or even at a
right.
live E3. It's got to be worth it, because honestly, by these companies going to E3, not going to E3, and it being canceled, they're saving money. Because I was reading a report, Sony and some of these companies pay like $200,000 to $300,000 just for floor space, just to do
Really?
this. Yeah, like
Jesus.
insane amounts. So like, this is not hurting their feelings to do these state of play things. Like, not only do just as many people end up seeing it, while whether they see it live or if they uh whether they see it live or if they just see it on YouTube, like
Right.
what, fucking 20 minutes later. Like, it all to them, it's just saving money, and it's cool to have an E3. But these big companies like Sony didn't become these big companies because they just threw, $300,000 away, like just to look cool kind of thing. So it is a conundrum, and like I said, I kind of hope Street Fighter 6 isn't at State of Play. I hope it's at Evo. Now, if it's not at either of them, uh, did I lose you again?
I'm here.
Okay. Uh, if they aren't at either of them, if Street Fighter 6 isn't at either of them, and I'm hoping for a Tekken 8 announcement at Evo. I don't know how
Mm,
likely that is, but I mean, I feel
you
like
think so?
I
You
think
don't think Tag
once,
4 will be next?
oof, oh, that's a hot take. Do
Or
well,
is it
let
Tag
me
3?
ask you. Yeah, I think it would be Tag 3. Yeah. Wait,
Yeah, yeah, my bad.
was there a
I
second
skipped the whole
Tag 3?
generation. It was Tag 2.
See,
My
now you
bad. It
got
wasn't
me
3
doubting
yet.
it. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I'm
yeah.
sorry. I'm
Yeah, I think
sorry.
it's 3. Yeah, but you think it's gonna be 3 next?
Listen, man. They dropped them tags, man, and people really like playing Tekken Tag. I remember even at the store, man, like people rocked out heavy on Tekken Tag. I think if they keep some of the same mechanics and just add the tag system, shit. You could be looking at. The only thing I didn't like about tag is, like, if I'm not mistaken, you only had to um kill one person for the round to end. You didn't have to beat both characters.
Yeah.
So, but I think, man, you never know, because like it's about that time. It's Tekken's been out for since 2016, right? And we had 2022. That's it's
Yes.
been,
Yeah,
yeah, it's been 6
2016.
years.
Yep.
It's been 6 years. Now don't get the tough part is that Tekken 7 is still alive and well. So that's the thing that's gonna be tough. Like, Tekken's not going anywhere anytime soon, as you can see from the exhibition and from combo breaking numbers and stuff like that. Tekken is always well attended, no matter what major it is. So
Yeah.
um, at this point, I wouldn't. I don't know. I think because it's been 6 years, I think 8 could be on the horizon. It could be announced at Evo, but I would expect Tag 3 to come out first. If they're going to continue going on like the path that they did before.
Yeah. Either way, whether they do tag or if they do 8, you gotta imagine the Street Fighter 6
Sure.
reveal is gotta be like light a fire under their ass. They're like, well, we can't get too behind on
I still
this.
got them.
So
Okay. Okay. Say it again. Did you just hit me with the elevator music? I'm sorry, D. What? Give me 1 second.
No, you're good. You're good. You're good. I just had to do it. I had to do it.
That's official. I like that. 1 sec. 1 sec. Let me mute my mic.
Yeah, yeah. All right. So we're gonna move on from well, I'm gonna keep it going. Uh, well, no, I won't. I'll let him talk his stuff. It's probably some work related stuff. My dog is driving me nuts. All right, you good now? All right. Let's see. What are we gonna talk about next? There's a new PT. Um, the Silent Hills, the Hideo Kojima thing, the project that it put out for PS4 that was absolutely terrifying. Someone put out, and I think it's on the same engine um, as Silent Hills, the PT, and it looks horrifying. And we'll talk about that. Let me go back to the scroll. What else we got? Oh, we gotta talk about the Punk thing. Apparently, Punk was talking some shit about Combo Breaker. I want to hear about that. Real quick, we'll talk about the Nintendo new system. Um, and that'll be it. So we're gonna try and rip through that pretty quick. So let us know in the comments though. Do you think it's gonna be Tekken 8 or you think it's gonna be Tag? Because honestly, he put that seed in my head that it might be Tag,
You?
and I'm super curious
Okay, I'm
about that.
back. I'm back.
Alrighty. Yeah, I
Okay,
was
so
just doing.
I got one of my top FGC sources just confirmed that he doesn't think it'll be Tag 3, specifically because like when 6 and 1 came out, Tag 1 came out, that was like a dream match together, and he doesn't think that he thinks that Tekken 8 will be the next one to drop. And Jean is pretty good. Like Jean is pretty well knowledgeable about a lot of FGC shit. So I'm gonna go ahead and say you probably right about Tekken 8. But hell, you never can rule these things out, man. So
Yeah. Well, hopefully we'll find out soon. Like I said a minute ago, I think the fact that they revealed SF 6 is gonna like rush them a little bit more to be like, well, shit,
yeah, come
we
on,
we
because
gotta we gotta
people
announce
sick of
something.
5, man. They sick of 5.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
5 took too long to be dope. It took too long. And I
I
know
know
there's a lot
it
of
really
people who
did.
play 5 and like, nah, it was good timing. I tell people all the time, Street Fighter 5 alienated like literally like a third of their crowd by taking so long to for like the second V trigger, to get the roster expanded, to get the
Yep.
game style expanded. Like I understand wanting to make a game to last, a certain amount of time over the years, but I tell people all the time, the one thing Mortal Kombat did that was good, and excuse me, it was good and bad at the same time. Remember when they dropped? I think it was Melina, Rambo, and Rain at the same time.
Okay. Yeah.
So they dropped everybody at the same time. But the only thing they did was that it was kind of it sucked because it was dope. They dropped 3 characters at the same time because it literally revitalized a whole bunch of players at once. And one thing they did, they also did was they allowed variations. So now you could choose whatever moves you wanted, and it was tournament legal. So like there was a lot of people who's like, oh man, if I put this move with that move, that would make this, my character would be so much more efficient. So now Mortal Kombat did that. I think it was a couple years in. It was like, all right, you know what, we had tournaments locked behind 3 variations. We're gonna let y'all go ahead and customize it and pick whatever 3 moves you want, whatever 2, 3 moves you want, and,
Yeah.
and rock out from there. So it brought a lot of people back to MK. And then on top of that, like I said, when they dropped all 3 characters at once, it got a lot of characters to come back. Players to come back rather, because it's like, oh wait, there's 3 new characters to learn. Oh shit, Melina here, Rain is here, and Rainbow here. Let's go. So like now, when you went online, it wasn't just like I'm online and I see a whole bunch of Rains day one, and then I won't see Rain again. Probably I'll run into one here and there. You know what I'm saying? So like the way they did it was smart because it revitalized and got people excited again. The only thing that sucks is they literally said after they did that, all right, guys, we're dropping help for the development for this game now. So like we're on to the next. Good luck.
Yeah.
So that's the thing that sucked about it. But like Street Fighter 5 didn't do that. They didn't. They just like they piecemealed you. They piecemealed it too much.
Yeah.
It was just too much. Like here's a little bit, here's a little bit, all right, a little bit more, a little bit more. And people was like, what the hell? Can we get something substantial, please?
Yeah.
So
And I mean, the game didn't even launch with that much substantial
no,
shit. Like,
bro, it
they
was
didn't even
missing
have a story
modes.
mode. Like, it's like, wow.
How do
Like,
you charge me $60 and you missing modes? You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah, yeah. I mean,
So
you literally
I
had to play online. There was nothing to do offline.
you
You
know
got
who else did that
training.
though?
You got practice.
Madden did that too, and people blew up Madden for that. When Madden
Whoa, hold
switched
on.
from to
I didn't know
P4,
that.
so when P4 came out, Madden came out on P4. They did the same thing. They launched it like, oh look at these graphics, but they was missing game modes. And people was like, what? Wait, we missing? Where's the superstar mode? Where's this? Where's that? And people was
Yeah,
like, well,
yeah,
next version. So it's like, well, hold on, we gotta wait a whole nother year for you to drop this thing, right?
yeah,
So
yeah,
like I can't remember what year it was that they switched from a 3 to the 4, but like they had a big blow up about that, and like Madden never made that mistake again. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. No, that's
So
fucking ridiculous. I don't remember that. I didn't. I had a hiatus on the Madden games for a couple years. That must have happened then. But
I only knew
how
because
do
I was
you
running
how do
tournaments,
you drop a Madden without like is a
bro.
star mode and all that shit? Like,
It was missing. I was like, "Where is it?" And it
yeah,
was like,
that's
"Oh, it's not in the
bad.
game this year." I mean, we
That's
was all looking
bad.
like, "What?"
Yeah.
So wait, and remember it went from $60 to $65 when we went to the next generation up. So we looking like, hold on, we paying $5 more just for you to say, oh, look at the sweat running down the back of his elbow? Hell nah.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh,
thank you,
anyways.
Naj, for banning that spam bot. I appreciate that.
Well, it was a spam bot.
Well, yeah, we could have bought viewers. I mean, for all I know, he just ruined our only chance to get big. But
Dang
I
it.
think, I think in the grand scheme of things, I think that was the right decision. So I
Now, what up,
appreciate
lady?
that. Yeah. So let's move on. I want to hear about this punk thing. You got a link? I could probably Google it.
So listen, it's on his
Punk.
page. It's yup,
Is it on his Twitter?
right on his Twitter. And then he doubled down by posting about it again after he's like, listen. So basically what happened is Punk was like, listen, it's a you want me to go ahead?
What's that?
Can you hear me? You want me to go ahead?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, so Punk was like, basically, like, he's like, listen, man, I'm not coming to CEO. I'm not CEO. I'm not coming to Combo Breaker no more. I don't like the experience here. Systems is overheating, and stuff ain't being run right. And I keep having the same issues every time I come here. I'm not coming back no more. So some people was like, yo, you just being salty. You lost in the game that you wanted to win, yada yada yada. And Punk was like, yo, I'm not the only one complaining about it. And then if you look at his thread, you actually can look underneath and you can see multiple people saying like, nah, that's true. People are complaining about the systems burning out, and like, somebody said, luckily I was on casuals when the system overheated, but like I would have been pissed if that happened in tournament because I'm in the middle of a combo and all of a sudden my system overheats. So I do understand that aspect, especially for people who need, like, I won't say perfect conditions, but you need things to be going your way. You know how it is in sports. Like
Yeah, yeah.
sometimes you just on, right? And then something like that. Like remember the Super Bowl when the Niners was winning, and then like the
Oh, the
power
lights
went
went
out.
out. Yeah, yeah, yeah. They're
You know what I'm
playing the
saying? And
Ravens,
then
and then the Ravens came
right.
back and won.
Now, and I'm no, I to this day, you can't find a Niners fan who doesn't feel like, bro, we got screwed. We was rolling. If the lights don't go out, we don't lose that Super Bowl, and da 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 da. So like, I understand that aspect and how real it can be. Like
Oh yeah.
people can, like when you killing it, you don't want to do nothing to get out the zone. So I understand that, but I do think Punk was just, I think he was ODing a little bit. Like you said, it's weird because we just saw Punk be humble and like, yo, he got his ass handed to him. It's like, yeah, you beat my ass, it's all good. And so it's like a feel good, like, okay, Punk's a good dude. And now people are like, yo, Punk is just, he's living up to his namesake by acting like a punk and talking shit about Combo Breaker. And the thing that was kind of sucks is um when Punk made that tweet during the Combo Breaker, Rick, the guy who runs it, Rick was like, yo, sit down and talk to me and we can figure out what's up. And he was
Yeah, yeah,
like,
yeah.
nah, I don't want to talk to you. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
it's on the
saying?
screen now. He said, "Be happy
Right.
to sit and chat about what inspired
Right.
his tweet swings to improve things."
And I asked, I was like, well, because I asked my friends, because sometimes, Dustin, people say that, but it's just lip service. They don't really mean it. Like they're gonna listen, they're gonna, because you're a top tier player or whatever, they're gonna sit down and say, well, we talked and we hashed it out. I think we have a good understanding here. But most times the understanding is just you as the bigger corporation telling them we're gonna do whatever the hell we want to do. So get out of my face, right? But people was telling me like, nah, that's not how Rick moved. That's not how Rick operate. That's how part of the reason why Combo Rick got so big, because he does listen not just to the big guys, but to the small guys too. So, unfortunately, Punk didn't take that opportunity to sit down and talk to him. Maybe when he'll cool out a little bit and cooler heads prevail, he'll do it. But Punk was pretty pissed at it, and then Punk went back and doubled down. Like, yo, he's like, I know the viewing experience is good for the experience is good for the viewers and for the people here participating and watching, but it sucks for people like me who compete in it and stuff like that. And so he's not backing down or backing off of his stance on not going back to Combo Breaker. And it sucks because like that's really a gaming generations thing. It's not, because gaming generations obviously, like, people rent they for those major tournaments. For those of you who don't know, gaming generations is a company that they have hundred, like, it's ridiculous the amount of systems they have for people to rent out. And
Yeah.
so when you run these majors, say I needed like 20 switches for the upstate uproar, right? I would hit up gaming generations like, yo, I need to rent 20 switches from y'all. They would bring the setup, all that type of stuff too. They don't just bring, like, what I'm saying, like the system and like, okay, good luck with everything else. They bring the entire kit caboodle.
Yeah.
So um that sounds like a gaming generations issue because they're the ones who the system got rented from. Now,
Y-
obviously, you chose to rent from them, but you know
Yeah.
you
I
can't
mean,
control what happens if you outsource.
there's literally only two things that are happening if they're overheating. It's the systems are too old, and the thermal paste on the components is going bad, or
Yep. Ooh,
they
turn talk.
are keeping
Give me
them
some more.
stored not in a place that isn't dusty as fuck, and like, or they're doing something to where it's clogging the vents. So they just need to
Mm,
air blow the systems. Like that's the
yeah.
off the top of my head, that's the only two reasons I can think of
I
that this
never would
would
have thought about
happen.
that, dude.
Like it's not a hard fix. Like blow out the vents or use newer systems because if they're overheating, the thermal paste is either old or the
Uh-huh.
fucking the exhausts are blocked. Like it's not like there's no real such thing. Like a processor never will just as it ages start drawing more power and giving off more heat. It's just
Right.
all in the cooling. So either the system's fans are going and you need to buy some new systems, or it's like a blockage somewhere and you just need to blow
Okay.
them out. Like it's not that
Okay.
difficult. So I kind of, if and like you said, there was a couple people that agreed with him, like that about systems overheating, then
Right.
absolutely Combo Breaker needs to get on them and be like, yo, you see these tweets? The systems you're, giving us are there's something
Something
wrong with
wrong.
them. They're either
Right.
old
Right.
or you aren't taking care of them very well. Like, but
Right.
all
Right.
I know is you got to fix it because one of uh, if not the, maybe other than people like Sonic Fox, like a huge name just called us out for your shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Mm-hmm.
you make this right. Like you're fixing this next year, or we'll just Combo Breaker's so big, I imagine they could buy systems and setups if they
Oh
really
man.
needed to. But it's like you got to make this shit right. So
How much was it the pre-reg for Combo Breaker? Like these majors now, bro,
I didn't
like
even
the
see.
registration be like 85, 95, 115. Like so like you gotta think. And Combo Breaker had 2,900 something attendees. So like even if like say 500 of them was free, they still made like a decent amount of money. Like more than $250,000 that weekend. Now, obviously, after you pay everything out, pay everybody out, production, all that kind of stuff, maybe you only walk away with 80 grand, 90 grand, whatever. But that's 90 grand is enough money to buy a couple systems. So
Yeah. And I mean, we talked about it. We talked about it last month when we were talking about the price of majors. And one of my
yeah,
main points was, well, if they raise the price of entry, at least give them benefit of the doubt that they might use it to improve the venue. But if they would have I don't know if they increased the
oh, you
price this
dropped.
year. They might have. I didn't see the entry fee for combo breakers since obviously I wasn't going to go enter in it. But if they increased the fee and this shit was still happening, I'd be
Okay, you
super
back.
ticked. You know what I mean? Like if you
Yeah.
aren't using if it's more expensive to go there, and I'm assuming because that old the hotel they used to have it at closed down and they got a new venue, it might
hmm
have increased the price. And if the
And these new
same
venues,
bullshit's
man, they want
happening,
they cut now.
oh yeah, without a doubt. Yeah.
They know like, oh wait, how much? Like you, I think the venues are looking too. So like before, if you could run a major and it only ran 40,000 or 20,000 to rent the venue, now that they see how much money that these people are renting, like, oh no, our rates are 80,000 now. You know what I'm saying? Like it
Yeah.
sucks ass because it's like you want to be able to have a nice venue, but you don't want to get hustled and lose, a eighth of your income for that weekend. But I don't know, man. Just I think you're right, man. Like it sucks to be called out for something that has nothing to do with you.
Yeah.
But ultimately, Punk did handle it kind of whack from the standpoint of like, yo, so all he could have said, you know what? Listen, I'm hot right now. I don't want to talk. Hit me later. You know what I'm saying? People would have understood that too. Like, competition just happened. I'm pissed the way things went down. I don't like how some stuff going. It's annoying me. Rick, I'll hit you later. You know what I'm saying? When you do that, and it's hard to think about
Yeah.
it when you're in the heat of the moment. But when you do that, it at least lets you know, like, yo, and people understand that. Like when they ask athletes to interview athletes, the heat of the moment. Sometimes you get them sound bites that don't sound great because it's like, motherfucker, I just finished competing. I am not in a mental condition right now to handle a stupid question, a condescending question, or anything
Absolutely.
of that nature. You know what I'm saying? So give me a minute, let me cool down, and we have it. Our tournaments here. Sometimes you can see if somebody just lost a close set or whatever, you can literally see them shaking or just annoyed and like they don't want to talk to nobody for a minute, or they'll walk out and they'll be sitting outside in the hallway. And you know what I'm saying? Like, just give me a minute to get my bearings together. So that's the only thing I can think of that Punk could have did better, man. Just, like, yo, leave me alone right now. I'm hot, whatever. I'll hit you later.
Yeah. And he'll probably, for all we know, he probably still kind of likes Combo Breaker. He was just, a
Right,
little hot at
right.
the time.
Just mad at
But
mad at
he
the
does
tournament.
have a platform, and if this is a problem, You need people this high up to kind of call them out on it. Uh,
Yeah,
you gotta
yeah.
imagine he knows that the systems aren't from Combo Breaker, that they probably rent them
Of
from a
course he
bigger
does.
company. So he should have said like, "Yo, call your boys. Like they're slipping, and it's making a lot of us frustrated." Um, so yeah, I see both sides of it. I thought it was just gonna be more him whining, but if you said people are like literally saying the same thing, like yeah, they are overheating, it's like, all right, maybe he could have done it a little better, but
Yeah,
he's
definitely,
pissed.
definitely.
I'd be angry too, especially when your whole livelihood is doing this. So, um,
And right, and the difference
and
between
you're
you
hot
winning a
after a
tournament
loss.
and coming in seventh is literally thousands, if not tens of thousands of dollars. Yes, I would be, I
Yeah,
would be
yeah.
a little hot too. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, and you make a
yeah,
good point with the professional athletes thing because I remember because I'm a Panthers fan and what was it like 5 6 years ago we lost against the
when I lost
Broncos
Super Bowl,
and I was like relatively upset
yeah,
because we were favorites and all this shit, but Cam Newton was in a press conference and they were asking questions and he just basically got up and left and
like yeah.
they were like oh he's being a baby blah blah blah
Oh, they were
and
killing
then
him. They were killing him.
he came out. He goes, "You placed the Broncos press thing directly behind me. So while you guys were asking me questions, I was hearing the Broncos players celebrate literally 10
Right,
feet behind me." He's like,
right.
he was like, "I'm sorry I did that, but like." Do you literally while you were asking me questions, all I could fucking hear were Broncos players talking about how great of a win it was. He was like, so I had to remove myself from the situation. And there were a couple plays in the game where I was like, Cam, you gotta jump on that fumble. There was a couple things,
Hell yeah,
and at
hell
the
yeah.
time I was like, man, I don't fault him for being grumpy. But when I heard like they put him so close, and the entire time all he could hear was players doing interviews about the win, I was like, I would have fucking left too. I'd be like, yo, you can't spread this out more, so I don't have to hear stuff
It's
like
the
that.
Super Bowl. Get me the hell away from the people who just won.
Yeah,
Come
yeah,
on.
yeah, yeah.
It's not
So
that hard. Like let's stop it.
yeah,
But yeah, like you said, again, it's just it's handling it better. But it's also like you said, people came out and Cam said it. He's like, listen, y'all put me right behind the people who just beat me. Do you think I want to hear that shit when I'm trying to answer y'all questions as calmly as possible. But they just celebrated, they got the pinnacle of what I tried to get. You know what I'm
yep.
saying? And Cam had been back, and sometimes the weight of it hits you that right there. Like I might never ever get back here again. And Cam is in what his 13th, 14th year
Oh well,
now, and
Cam's
he ain't been
done,
close ever since.
unfortunately. Nah,
He ain't been
yeah,
close
it's
ever
over.
since, man. You know what I'm saying?
He was a specific kind of player that
Yeah, his body
unfortunately
looks amazing now, but still, like he's
yeah
not.
he's too he got hit too many times. He
Oh man,
came he came in after or he came in before the age of where they really start protecting the quarterback.
right, right, right.
Now they don't call nothing on nobody. Like if you hit the quarterback, like unless it's a ridiculously clean hit, they call it. And there was a stat for years that Cam like just doesn't get calls because that's the kind of player he was. He was so big they didn't have pity for him. They're
Same
like,
thing for
"You're a
Shaq.
big
Shaq
boy,
didn't
you
get
could
those
take it."
calls. Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
yeah,
exactly. No, that's a great example.
yeah.
Shaq too. Yep. Shaq, I mean, back then, excuse me, sorry, is
Oh my God, how could you ref
I
that? It was
know,
hard.
oh no, but yeah, Shaq too is an athlete. It was back when like fouls were barely called like this. Like,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't want to get in the NBA conversation about how the players are
Back in my
soft
day,
because
yeah,
you're
yeah.
never gonna. They're not soft, but it's not as physical, which I guess is
they're
fine because
they're
the game's more fun when the stars are
they're more,
playing.
but they're more skilled though. They're more skilled, and what's
Exactly.
happening is the stars they're able to play, more games, and fans are able to see them more and see them perform at a high level. Because you got to think about it, the way that you have to guard in the NBA now is way different. And it's funny we getting off on the subject, but while we here, it's way different now. Like when I'm playing back in the day, Ron Harper could literally just like put his hand on your hip and steer you where he wanted you to
Yeah,
go
yeah, yeah.
in the lane. And Michael Jordan could do the same thing. Scotty could do the same thing. Gary Payton could do the same thing. So like now that you can't do that, and the only thing I don't like D is like, bro, these be fucking traveling. Some of these moves, that shit is
Oh, dude,
traveling,
they're
bro.
so bad.
You took
Dude,
13
there's like
steps, bitch.
there's 10
Call
videos a
call
year
travel.
of the most
Call travel.
egregious traveling. Like
I'm like, how did you
LeBron
miss
does
that?
it. Like LeBron does it all the time, and I'm mid ground
He
on
laughs
LeBron.
at it
I
like,
don't mind
yo,
him, but like at the same time, it's like, yo, I see these traveling videos, and it's like fucking 8 steps, and it's like, dude, he didn't even try to hide it, and he just laughs about it.
no.
Like it's just ridiculous, but
One time he doubled on purpose. The ref did like right in front of the ref, like, watch what I could do. And
yeah, yeah.
nothing happened.
Yeah,
And
it's
I'm a Brown
ridiculous.
fan, but I'm like, would y'all call that shit and stop letting people get away with the like? Because some of it, like, while it is more skilled, you don't need to give players the ability to travel to show how skilled they are. You can just see with the shooting, with the ball handling, the way the big men can step out and shoot now. You know what I'm saying? It's a different era. So, like you said, it's not the same where you could just beat the hell out of somebody, and that's how you win a game. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
these guys, and I'll be honest with you, the only reason why the league is softer is because the fans got softer. The fans did not want to see. Remember, Malice in the Palace changed a lot of shit. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying?
Yep.
After that, it was like, hell no, we can't let these fights happen. We can't let these players, these high falls. We got to start calling technicals. You know, we got franchises.
Oh, you cut out. I'll reconnect in a
I'm
second.
okay.
Oh, you're
I don't know
back.
why I
You're
keep
good.
doing that. We got franchises putting hundreds of millions of dollars into these players, and they got to be on the court. And if somebody gets knocked out because they were too physical, then it cost me 8 games where I couldn't put my best product on the floor. So
Yeah.
from an ownership standpoint, and from like fans and people who buy league pass, and I want to see. I want to see Kevin Durant play on a Tuesday night in October. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to see that. So I understand that aspect too. So I think more of it's just that the fans was like, yo, we don't want to see that shit. We want to see it be. We want to because remember, I don't know if you know if you go back and look at some of the '90s and early 2000s games, bro, the fourth quarter with like 4 minutes left, the score would be like 65-68. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Yep.
And it was like, damn, it wasn't no baskets dropped that night. You know what I'm saying? So like, I think fans was like, nah, we want to see dunks, we want to see baskets, we want to see alleys, we want to see all that. So the NBA just changed it over to that, and I think a lot of old heads is like, hell nah, that ain't the game we grew up on. That ain't the game I love. But at the same token, it's like that's not the game the fans want to see no more neither.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So
It's more exciting. I mean, I'm right there in it. Like when I was really young, I'd watch the Bulls play, but I was so young, I didn't really like.
you didn't know what it was, right?
Well, yeah, I didn't understand the physicality compared to
Yeah,
now because it was so long ago. But like, I mean, there's a reason I love to see the Warriors play because it's not all just fucking brute force,
right.
backing up into people,
It's
pushing them where you
skillful,
want to go.
man.
Yeah, like if you ask me, like, who would you rather say, like, see play, like Ja Morant or fucking even LeBron right now? Like LeBron is super entertaining, but like the finesse and skill of the shit that like
It's different.
Ja will
Oh,
do,
it's different.
it's
Yeah,
just and like Steph Curry, like it's just more entertaining. Like, and if you think about it, it's less impressive. Well, let me take that back. It's incredibly impressive how well Steph shoots, but as far
hmm
as like athleticism and like brute force, there's other players that are probably more, you watch Doncic and like all these other players,
uh huh,
but like the
uh huh.
three is so fucking entertaining. Like, and they've realized that, like, stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, ever since the Pistons had that series against the Bulls, shit, like it got incredibly physical, and
Oh
there was
yeah,
there
yeah.
was a
They was
generation
snatching
where
Mike out the air.
they loved it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And then, I mean, we watched The Last Dance, I'm sure. So,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
and he like went to the weight room and he had to get bigger. God. All right, we got to refocus, but man, how good's
We
The
did.
Last
We
Dance?
got yeah.
That
Oh
was
my
so
god.
good.
Oh man.
I
I
loved
listen. I
that.
watched. I couldn't wait for episode. I'm not even a Bulls fan, and I'm not even a Mike guy. But I was like, yo, I love seeing behind the scenes shit, Dustin. I love it, man.
Yeah, yeah. I almost got
I love
banned
it.
on Twitch because I streamed The Last Dance for my buddy, and there was only, and then I shit you not, it was just, and this was back, like I had nobody watching, but except for like my buddy, and all of a sudden I looked down at the corner and it said, 36 people watching, and I went, oh shit.
Oh
I was like,
yeah.
someone somehow saw this and is watching it, and I was like, they probably aren't going to do anything. And then I got an email from Twitch, and they're like, yeah, we saw you. Don't do that shit again.
Mm.
I wanted to reply, be like, yo, it was just supposed to be me and my buddy watching it. Like, I don't know how they
Right. I'm
saw this,
sorry. Is that what
but the
happened?
most viewers I ever had was because I was streaming The Last Dance. Yeah, Matt,
Don't
funny.
worry. We're gonna change that. We're gonna
Yeah.
change that.
I was like, oh, it's my bad. It won't happen again.
I
Just
mean, it's
save
dope.
me and
It
my
was great to
40
see
followers, please.
it. We didn't mean it. We promise. We'll be good.
All right, let's move on. There's a
All right.
PS5 Pro rumor, and I saw
Yep.
this a little bit. Um, oh no, likely debunked. All right, well hold on. This might be a topic about how we shouldn't have got excited because it's full of shit.
Oh
Um,
no.
launching at some point. I feel quite torn. It sounds like TCL doesn't have any insider information.
When do pros really normally come out? Like 2 or 3 years after the system drop, right?
Yeah, 2 or 3.
Hey, what
But
up, man?
but I think the bigger issue now is if it's even remotely close to releasing before the shortage is over, like there will be fucking riots because there are still people trying to get one. So it, I feel like they won't make serious plans to release a PS Pro until after the shortage is like where almost everyone can get one if
Because
they need
five
one.
dropped what? November of last year?
Yeah.
2020? No, November
No.
2020, right?
Yeah, yeah. Wait, right?
Yeah,
See now,
I
man,
think. I
that's what
think it was
sucks about
November
streaming
2020.
is I'm so critical of my own intuition. Like I'm like, oh fuck, if I'm wrong, someone's gonna call me out on it. So like,
Yeah, you fucking got the wrong date,
but yeah, I think you're
dumbasses.
right. Yeah, November 12th, 2020. Man, it
Yep,
has been almost 2 years. Damn.
that's wild, right? So like usually between like I think it's three I said 2 or 3 but 3 4 years they start working on the pro and the next system and this the next one has more terabytes than the other one and all that kind of stuff too. So I wouldn't be surprised to see PlayStation 5 come out with a 2 terabyte or terabyte version um of the game and take it from there.
Yeah,
I mean of the
and
system and take it from there.
I want to find the image real quick because the guy had it on this on his whiteboard or screen or whatever he's presenting on. He had the
Right.
assumed specs, and that kind of made it seem more realistic. Uh, Fuck, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to find it. Maybe I should
I
just go
remember.
to images. But
Yeah.
it was saying that they're gonna use like it was like a 6800 XT Radeon or something like that, and I kind of hope it's false because I hate if they like keep using Radeon because it's just not as good as Nvidia right now. Like they do some amazing things with Radeon, but it's just um it's just not as good. And I guess I won't go too much more into detail of that, but I hope they get away from like the Radeon chipset as far as the graphics, even though the PS5
Why?
is amazing, but it just everything Nvidia has done in this generation is like it's just so much better. Like I hope Radeon's next their next iteration, their next generation, their 7000 series makes it more competitive, but as far as
Right.
moving up to a 6000 generation Radeon, it's like no, the cards are like Nvidia has got you this generation. Like they just do. But I guess with the silicon shortage and the chip shortage, I guess it's whoever can make them at this point. You know what I mean? There's no point in using a certain chipset if it means it's going to be even more rare because people are buying up all the Nvidia graphics cards. So
Yeah, that's
um,
true.
that was my first impression. But again, it looks like the speculation has been a little debunked. So I guess we'll have to wait, see what goes on with that. Keep it updated. Keep it here, like, subscribe, and comment. We'll have all your PS5 Pro updates.
Where all your PS5, put that in the comments. Put a big ass picture of PS5 on it.
Yeah.
That'll work.
Yeah. All
I
right.
shouldn't I shouldn't have got hyped. It's fine.
Yeah. But I'll look more into it. Maybe we can bring it up next week. But it looks like
Absolutely.
they might be right, but it sounds like people came out saying like they actually don't know shit. That was just them assuming. So it's like
All right.
damn.
Trying to build up some sauce for it.
Yeah. Uh, I think the last thing. So I don't want to run too long. We're already over an hour, but I would like to show you
Right.
this fucking um
I can't
this
see
new
anything on my screen,
game.
so
Oh, you can't? You can't see the share
I
screen
can't.
anymore?
I can't. No, I
All right, all
cannot.
right, all
I
right. Let
cannot.
me see if I can figure this out real quick.
Yeah.
Stop sharing. All right, what about now?
No, sir.
All right, call me back.
Okay.
Welcome to Madison.
Oh, I do not want one.
Okay. You can't hear me?
Yep, I can hear you. Can you see it?
There we go. Okay. Hold on. Okay. There we go. I see it now.
All right, dope. All right, so there's As a lot of people know, there was a PT Silent Hills demo for PS4
Yep.
that was fucking terrifying, and I was super excited because I'm a big Silent Hills fan. But a lot
Right.
of people are using, I believe it's relatively the same engine to make new games. And there's this
Okay.
new game coming out called Madison. And did you ever play the Fatal Frame games?
No, I did not pay for the frame.
Okay. So the way Fatal
I was
Frame
too shook.
works,
I was too shook.
yeah, I wouldn't blame you. The way they works is you had a
Taking
camera.
pictures, right?
Yep.
Yeah. I remember that
You had a
shit. I watched
camera,
it. I
and
was
it
like,
was the
nah.
only way to fight the ghost. Yeah. I played it I played it a little bit, and I was pretty
Hello,
young because
Did
everyone.
you?
those
Welcome
ones
to
came out
another
pretty
horror
early.
game.
I'm trying to
Okay.
find the original. Hold on. I don't want people talking over this. There we go.
Understood.
So it's like Fatal Frame mixed with the PT demo,
Mm.
but it's like so shit will happen, and the only way you know what's going on is if you take a picture and you shake the Polaroid and let
Mhm.
it develop, and like then you could see what
Oh
kind of
my
just
god.
happened. And like I'll go a little forward until it gets the camera. Let me scrub.
To get here.
All right, so it gets the camera.
Yeah. See, I can't.
But we'll just get a. But yeah, you have to take pictures. Shit'll happen, and you have to develop by shaking the Polaroid to see if there's shit going on in front of you. But you can't see. Most of the time, you can't see dick. And
I'm
ghosts
too
will
much of a
attack
chicken
you.
shit.
Yeah, it looks fucking terrifying. Like I will play. Well, I don't know if I'll play this. You know what? I'll play this on stream if people end up want to watch it. I will,
Oh.
but it's fucking. I think it's such a good element that you have to develop the Polaroid. Look at him. You gotta shake it. Fuck. Fuck. What
Oh
just
shit.
happened? Now I was watching this
The chair
earlier.
was in the air. That's wild.
Yeah. And I was
Oh, they all
watching.
changed.
Oh yeah, that's dope. I was watching this earlier and there was a split second. I don't think it was in this video because I was just doing a little bit of research on it. Where like a monster actually attacked him and he like took a picture and then well actually maybe it's in this video. We'll scrub through this and we'll see it's in this.
Come on, man. Don't hit me with no jump scares. Oh no. Oh no. Why would you walk towards it, you idiot? I'm assuming you can only take a limited amount of pictures. My hands dirty as hell too.
Yeah,
Come on, man.
I assume you can only take certain pictures or amount of pictures.
Something to hang it with.
I mean, yeah, if it's gonna be survival horror, it's basically your ammo, so they wouldn't have a choice, right?
Right.
Let me speed up the
Yeah, I
playback
be
a
done,
little
be
bit.
done poop myself. Yeah, I be done poop myself.
But yeah, I guess in summary, like it looks the combining graphics like this with a Fatal Frame kind of serious game.
Oh.
See, yeah, there we go.
Okay. No,
Did he
sir.
get a picture off in time?
No, sir.
No, he didn't.
No, sir.
Oh, I did.
Mm.
Yeah. That would fucking.
Walking
I'd
around
jump
with
out of
dirty
my
jaws? No, sir.
And then you know what's gonna happen because so many things are in VR. Could you imagine playing this game VR?
Oh,
You gotta
no,
hold the
absolutely
camera
not.
with the controllers.
Absolutely
Yo,
not.
that would be so fucking.
Absolutely
dope.
not.
Oh my god.
I
Oh,
would,
man.
I would probably scream, and y'all would be like, "This is disgusting." Oh man.
Yeah. I think that's basically. I don't remember seeing anything past this point
Yeah.
that was really scary, but let's watch till the end. Oh yeah, this was a cool moment. There's like a statue or something in the back, or standing back there.
I see it.
And then puzzles, RE style. Can rotate it.
Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, I just thought that was something cool that I
Yeah,
wanted
that's
to show
crazy.
people.
That is
Yeah.
going. Yeah. I can't watch those before I go to bed.
Yeah. Yeah. We've been going about an hour and 10 minutes, so I think
Okay.
it's a good place to stop.
Yeah, definitely, man.
Thursday at about 11:45, I will be streaming on here to show um to watch State of Play. If
State of
anyone
play.
wants to watch it, it's only 30 minutes long. It'll be quick and it'll be a stream, but
Just throw me a message, man. I'll try to set my alarm to wake up
yeah,
and
and
watch
like I
it.
said, don't worry about it because there's a solid chance you're gonna lose out on sleep and they aren't even gonna show anything that good. So
It's
so
all good. I
honestly,
love watching these.
yeah. So it's totally your call. So but I'll shoot you a message right before I start streaming and be like if you want to hop on. It's not a
Dope.
big deal. You can just hop on Skype. But
Okay.
um, yeah, this will go up on uh either Friday. This episode will go up relatively soon.
Okay.
Because Chris's audio is working now and it is recording and
Look at
everything
that.
looks good. Knock on wood. And yeah, we will be back next Tuesday around 5 o'clock. We'll probably start a little bit earlier because ideally there won't be more tech issues. But anything else you
Yep.
want to close with?
No, that's it, man. Today was dope. I liked kicking about all the stuff, and it's fun to go off on tangents and then bring it back home. So,
Absolutely. All right, we will see you guys on Tuesday. We love y'all. Peace.
but.